Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you are all having a wonderful Monday. All right, let me get my screen set up. All right, so today I wanted to hop on and chat with you guys about how to beat sugar cravings. We all know that, processed sugar is one of the worst things we can put in our bodies after a brain injury. It's a very inflammatory food, but yet a lot of us crave sugary foods. So, what are some things we can do to beat sugar cravings? So if you are watching live, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know where you guys are watching. I see there's a few of you here. Hi, everyone. So drop a comment. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you have sugar cravings. I know I sure do. um, yeah, so let's talk about sugar cravings, you guys. So, I hear from people all the time. One of the hardest habits to break is their sugar cravings. And we all know sugar isn't good for us. And once you eat it, you start to crave more and more. But why is it just so hard to stop, right? Why do we keep craving it? The most important thing to keep in mind is that hunger and cravings are two very different things. If you're craving sugar, there's one of two reasons. Your brain is craving the release of dopamine, and dopamine is one of the neurotransmitters in your brain responsible for happiness. For most of us, eating cake or ice cream or candy makes us happy. It's your brain's need for a reward, and it's usually related to a habit or stress, or you associate sugar with treats and rewards growing up. So that's one of the reasons you could be craving sugar. And the second reason is that you could have a vitamin or mineral deficiency. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about the simple craving. This is when you're hungry and then you say, I'm really craving something sweet. Eat a healthy, filling meal with lots of protein instead. And that will usually kick the craving because what you really need is energy. What you're actually craving is energy, but you think that it's coming from sugar because you get that hit of dopamine and it makes you feel good. It gets a little more tricky when you've been craving it and you're not really hungry. You just want it, right? And I think that's where most of us fall into the bad habit of sugar. So here are 10 tips. Sorry, 8 tips. I can't read today. So here are 8 tips to help beat those sugar cravings. Okay. First of all, are you taking daily supplements? Are you eating healthy at least 80% of the time? It's very possible you have a vitamin deficiency that's causing the cravings. So check that first. Make sure you either eat some fermented food or are taking a probiotic as well. That's very important to your gut health, right? Number 2, start your day with lean protein. I think I have mentioned this in every single one of my videos, but starting your day right away with protein. If you start the day with carbs, you're just going to keep craving sugar and carbs all day. So start it with protein. Number 3, avoid artificial sweeteners, right? What are they? They're poison, they're toxic. Trying to substitute your sugar craving for something that's not actually healthier, it's just chemicals, it's going to make you crave it even more. And I'm actually going to add a side note. Those sugar sweeteners, you're better off putting straight sugar. Like, I know people who, put 20 packets of the yellow, I think it's Splenda, in their iced tea. And you guys, that is just straight chemicals. It's crap. You need to get that out of your life. Straight sugar, even better would be raw or cane sugar. That's way better for you than the sweeteners. And I think people think, like, it's just this weird reasoning. We think that the artificial sweetener is actually better for us because it's not sugar, but it's worse than sugar. So you're better off with the real sugar than the artificial. but it's better to get rid of both if you can. But those artificial sweeteners really mess with your hormones because your body is like, okay, you're trying to give us something sweet, but this isn't really sweet. This isn't sugar. We don't know what to do with this. We don't know how to regulate your insulin with this. So those artificial sweeteners, end of soapbox, but they're really bad for you. Number 4, substitute fruits and berries, cantaloupe, peanut butter and jelly, muffins. Um, you know, those fruits, berries, peanut butter and jelly. Well, not so much the jelly, but peanut butter is really good at kicking a sweet craving. If you're craving chocolate, peanut butter can often curb that craving. And your fruits and berries and cantaloupe, those are all so good for you. And they're natural sweeteners. So they're just really good for you. And try the peanut butter trick. It actually kind of works really well. I just will go and eat like a spoonful of peanut butter. I buy the all natural peanut butter at Aldi. And it really actually works. Number 5, stopping cold turkey. I know it sounds crazy, but the first 48 to 72 hours could be tough. But once it's out of your system, it's not as hard as you think it'll be. So when you're truly craving something, you know, for example, think of your favorite sweet treat, right? Let yourself have it. But the next day when you're craving it again, it's because it's still in your system and you need to get it out of your system. So quitting cold turkey is a lot easier mentally and physically. It's getting it out of your system. That's how I quit soda. I quit soda like probably 15 years ago now. I just quit cold turkey and it was really hard. I was a Diet Coke in the morning kind of gal before I switched to coffee, and now I don't drink coffee either, but that's another story. But I just kicked it cold turkey. And instead of soda, I drink water and I feel so much better, and it's so much better for your body. And number 5, check in with why you're craving it. So many people rely on food for emotional support if they're stressed, anxious, or upset. And we all know the food doesn't actually fix anything. It will just leave you feeling mad at yourself for binging that entire gallon of ice cream. So instead of reaching for the food, reach for support. Talk to someone that you know who will be supportive, or even try reading books about it. Something to actually help you with the stress, right? So stress is a number 1 reason for craving. 6, don't keep it in the house. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Distract yourself. Tell yourself that you're not going to have it, for 10 minutes. Go on a walk instead, take a bath or shower, read a book, have a little dance party in your living room. I don't care what you do, but just distract yourself, and eventually that craving will pass. But the key is to keep pushing it back later and later, because if you tell yourself that you can't have it at all, you will definitely want it even more. So some days you might give it an hour, and that's okay. But this is helpful for 2 reasons. You're proving it to yourself that you can do it, and you keep pushing it back longer and longer each time. And if you're someone that likes to snack after dinner, and once you start, you can't stop, then you've pushed it back an hour. And so then that's 1 less hour of eating than normal. And then you can push it back 2 hours and keep increasing the amount of food that you're eating from there. Decreasing the amount of food that you're eating from there. So, keep it out of sight and distract yourself. If 10 minutes, if you can distract yourself for 10 minutes, it might take an hour. So it's just about distracting yourself and taking yourself away. Because it's more of a mental game. It's not that you're actually hungry. It's a mental game. Number 7, if you're truly craving something, you've been thinking about that piece of chocolate for 3 days and you've been so good, but you just can't stop thinking about it, then just eat the damn chocolate. Just go for it. And quality over quantity. Instead of getting a huge bag of Dove milk chocolate, go for the quality stuff that actually has less calories and a smaller amount will totally satisfy that craving. So like a really good organic chocolate, like from Whole Foods. Even Aldi has some really good chocolates. but don't deprive yourself. If you're obsessively thinking of that chocolate for like 5 days, just go ahead and eat it, right? And don't feel guilty about it. Just eat it and reward yourself and move on. And number 8, sleep. If you don't have a good night's sleep, you're much more likely to reach for the junk food. Took me a long time to put 2 and 2 together with that and realize that I crave crappy food when I'm tired or don't feel well. It's my body's way of telling me that something's off, but I was just reading the signal wrong. So go for the lean protein that's going to give you energy and actually make you feel better. And I've talked about this in my other videos as well, but I make like protein bars, and I make they're called protein muffins, and I have some protein power bars. I keep protein snacks like these balls, they're just like that big. I can just pop one in and I don't feel guilty at all about it. But the key is having it convenient. So when you are having a craving crisis, you have a healthy option to just pop in your mouth and satisfy your craving. But it's healthy. It's protein, not sugar. So let me know in the comments, what's your biggest takeaway? What are you going to put into action, and how we can help keep you accountable? What is your craving downfall? What's the one thing that you sometimes fall off the wagon for? For me, it used to be soda. Like I used to, like I said, I just had to quit cold turkey finally and stop drinking soda. And now, like I said, I'm 15 years out from that. So now if I want a soda, I'll have a soda, and I don't feel bad about it because it's like one a month, if that. And now I can't drink caffeine anyway. There's not very many caffeine-free soda options out there that I like. So I just don't even care anymore. I just keep drinking my water. If I really want a treat, I might, they do make some caffeine-free root beers. So sometimes that'll be my go-to if I really just really want a soda. But again, I'm so far out from it that I don't even care anymore. My downfall is crunchy food. I like crunch. And so I actually have chocolate covered almonds. They're dark chocolate, they're organic, they're really delicious. I get that little hint of chocolate, but I'm also getting the nutrition from the almond, and I don't feel bad about it. I just eat a few of them. I don't eat the whole bag full. So I hope that some of these hints and tips have helped you. Leave a comment. Let me know what your takeaway is today. And I'm excited to hear what you guys are doing, what you already do to curb your cravings, because maybe you have better tips than I have. And also just a reminder, you have just until tomorrow at midnight, Tuesday at midnight, the 15th, to register for my New Year's Day self-care workshop. It's almost full, actually. I have just a handful of seats left, and we need to be registered by the 15th so that I can get the care package out to you so that you have that ahead of time and in time for the workshop. So click the link in the video here, and I hope to see you on New Year's Day. And in the meantime, I hope you're enjoying these videos. And if you've missed any of them, you can find them on my blog at facesoftbi.com. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a really great Monday.